here on KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
This is Miriam, and you're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
You know what I got? I got a picture of his face with the little pillow on, the sleep face, and we're in Chicago.
Are they already in Chicago? The one and only Leo Biaz. Hey, Leo.
I'm excited to be back, my man. It was 9 days in Vegas. We got stuck in the desert, and we had a little hangover remix out there, man.
I wore a wig to school once, and they said no headgear was allowed.
How did the
spider web
was it
tights.
obvious that it was a wig?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was having
terrible
fun.
wig.
See, this is exactly why we have them on the show, and this is what makes them fun.
You're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
This is Darius Oliver, and you're listening to 92.1 KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS, the voice of Stockton, or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
The voice of Stockton on KXVS presents The Lance McCann Show with your host, Lance McCann.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lance McCann, and this is The Lance McCann Show. Today we have Nisha and Maria talking about health and fitness. So Strong Mind, Strong Body is the name of Nisha and Mr.'s gym. And Maria has just recently competed in a Strong Mind, Strong Body challenge, which is kind of like the Biggest Loser in Stockton.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So let's don't judge the text messages coming through my phone right now. Good thing it wasn't too inappropriate. So
I'm not looking up there.
Back to business. So tell everybody how you got started with the Goddess Challenge. I've been following it for a long time, but you know.
So originally, Mr. and I had a couple of clients that were wanting to lose weight, wanting to change their physiques, talking about maybe like in the future competing, but nowhere near. I say like a year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years for people out from ever doing something like that. But I wanted to keep them engaged, keep them meeting goals. And I know a couple of these women were competitive, like myself, but they were just too far away from getting on stage in front of judges. And
so what do you mean by too far away, so people kind of understand what you
heavier,
mean?
No muscle, maybe having just had a baby, not been an athlete,
right?
All those things that contributed to usually a rounder, more unfit person, for lack of
it's okay.
Other
You
words.
can be brutally honest on the show.
Just heavy girls who maybe had played sports and were just too far off from saying, okay, I'm going to do 6 weeks and hop on the stage. I'm going to do 6 months and hop on the stage.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, we just need to come up with a challenge for them. Something like The Biggest Loser, but not that intense, that I could hold them accountable.
Let me put this in context. So Nisha is a
IFBB professional.
IFBB pro bodybuilder.
Yes.
So that kind of put that into perspective when she's talking about competing.
Right.
That's what she means by stepping on stage.
Getting on stage and competing in front of judges with a line of people who don't really care about your backstory. They don't care why you have stretch marks. They don't care why you have a little bit of extra skin. They don't care that you have 5 kids and you look amazing or any of those other things. I wanted to give them a platform where they could do that, and I would know the backstory. So what we came up with was, let's model a contest or a challenge where they can engage in something like that, where they compete against other women. At the end of the day, you're always going to get the most of people when they're competing for something. They can say as much as they want to. In the boot camp, they will say, I can't do push-ups. And then I say the last person left to do push-ups left standing will get a prize. And they will push up for their life. Right. So I knew I would be able to get the most out of them that way. So Mr. and I put together the Goddess Challenge. And the Goddess Challenge, the first one was based on, if you lose weight every week and you continue to check in, you would continue in the challenge. At the end, you get a photo shoot, you get your makeup done. We're going to go and, a couple prizes here and there. Max Muscle gave us some things to give away.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark Sorali and Nicole Sorali. We appreciate you guys immensely. They gave away the first things that were in the Goddess Challenge. And a couple other sponsors hopped in, and it was great. And then it took off. Other people were, that challenge, those ladies, probably a total of 14 ladies, and they lost 220 pounds the first time.
Wow.
A lot of weight. Second time we did it,
transformed
and
too.
A whole bunch more people jumped in. I had like maybe 50 applications. And we cut down to 14.
And this is a second or the third?
This is the phase 2.
Okay.
We did it again. This time was even bigger. More people jumped in. More donations came in.
I know, because I was on that panel. We were trying to figure out who we thought needed it the most.
Yes. I mean,
who was going to commit.
Yes.
That was the
right. And I mean, it was more excitement. Those women came back. They lost like 250 pounds.
Wow.
Total. And we came down to one winner, which is a local lady, team mom extraordinaire, Loopy Harwell. She's on like every board, every baseball board, everything. She had just a ton of stuff going on, and that's what we were looking for. A woman who has all these different things, encompasses the family and the
to model.
Yes.
The busy mom lifestyle.
Yes.
And that, hey, I can do it. You can do it.
Exactly.
Yes. Inspiration, because you are changing lives.
Yes, and that's
I remember
more
when
than
I met
anything.
Maria at the panel.
At the panel.
Yeah, I was like, and then to see her now, I'm just like, wow.
Yes.
We have some, and if you go to your page, you could see
there's
a lot of not just women, but men too.
Yes. Yes.
Then we don't have a God challenge yet, but I'm sure that's coming.
And mainly because men are just different. They have to be challenged in different ways. Women, the thing about the Goddess Challenge is that it allows them to be mental as well as physical. Every week they have a challenge that they have to do based on the 12 universal laws. So they have to do stuff like, one of the challenge was, you're going on a camping trip. All your food in your cooler goes bad. You need to now go to 7-Eleven and pick a bunch of clean foods that is going to keep you as close to your diet as you can for the weekend. So, I mean, we had mental challenges like, you have to run a mile. If you've been doing your cardio the way I told you to, you can build up and do the mile in under 10 minutes.
7-Eleven has a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised.
7-Eleven has a ton of healthy stuff now. I mean, they've got an aisle of things that you can get.
I went into a 7-Eleven or something like that. They had like eggs, hard-boiled eggs.
They have hard-boiled eggs. They have
peanut butter packets.
They have everything you can imagine. They have bangs. They have a ton of different water. They have fruit. I mean, they have everything in there now. You got to check probably the date on some of that stuff sometimes, I'm sure, on some of the 7-Elevens. But, they have a lot of stuff. The challenge that I liked the most was your boss tells you have to come to a company meeting, and you cannot bring any Tupperware there. You have to go to the menu and look and see what you can order. It has to be under 600 calories, and it has to be healthy. What can you eat from that menu? And then they had to share it on a video with all the women. So I gave them
one slice of pizza.
Yeah, so I mean, it was mental as well. They had to fill out self-esteem workouts, worksheets. They had to toot your own horn. Yes.
That's the
vision board.
Did you do your vision board?
I did. Doing the vision board, I think, is when I noticed the most changes, because I never used to take pictures of myself. So when I had to go in and get pictures, I was more wow, I have to cut people out of pictures because I never took pictures of myself. So you notice the changes that your body sees. And so I like that project.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
And those stay up until the next Goddess Challenge because we want the women that are coming into the gym to look and say, okay, I don't necessarily need a Goddess Challenge to do this to
but
change
it shows
my body.
the transformation
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
of the women before and after. Yeah. And there's one particular girl, I won't name her, but I'm going to tell her a story. She was pretty heavy, and she looks super good right now. And she's like, I want to be, those people there are so inspirational. And I was like, when are you going to start inspiring yourself? Because if you look at your picture on the poster board to who you are today,
this is nowhere near the same person.
Nowhere near the same person.
Nowhere near the same person. Mentally and physically.
She got mad at me, but I had to tell her the truth.
Yes. 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 It definitely is to see them coming to life, seeing them change, seeing them have, it's the nutty professor theory at the end too, because you have to keep yourself in a box. Once you lose all this weight, and you got this different mindset too. Some people you got to kind of tame them a little bit. And hold on.
Easy, your ego's
too big. You still got some work to go. You still got a little bit of work to do.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, I recently competed. I did 2 shows this year, so I completely understand the trials and tribulations that these women had to go through and the struggles.
Right. And we literally give them a guideline. When I say a guideline, we give them...
it's a map.
Yes.
It's not a guideline.
They got
it's
a
map.
cardio protocol. They got a workout card. They train with Mr. and I at least once a week. They've got a TRX class that they're attending sometimes.
I would much rather train with Mr. any day.
Yeah.
I see the way she pushes these women, and it's painful looking.
Yeah. And Mr.,
it works.
He has a different mindset because he's a male. And so you can come to him and you can say, oh, I don't feel good. I'm on my period. Can you go a little bit easier? And I'm like, no, we're not going easier. We're just not going to train abs today. Yeah. We're going to do something else. You got a stomach ache? Well, let's go.
Right. No excuses.
No excuses. So, and once they get that mindset that they see their body changing and coming to life and they're fully zoned in, not everybody does that.
How long typically? Like 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Some of them 6 weeks. Some of them 8 weeks. Some of them do not get it until 2 weeks before, and it's too late for that challenge, but it's not too late for life.
Right.
So we have to cut down, and what we have at the end is we have a top 5. And those are the women that have done the best of the best. I like it to be super hard. I like for us to have to get a panel together and have to say, Lance, Nicole, Mark, gather a bunch of people around and say, okay, here's the homework. Here's the pictures. Here's what they've done. Here's where they started. What do you think? I don't like when it's easy to tell who the winner is clearly, because then
you have to like go to the next level. Okay, who did all their homework?
Yes.
Who checked in all the time?
Yes.
Who did this?
Yes.
Who did that?
Yes.
So was it pretty close this time?
This time the top 5 was very hard. Now this group was a little bit different. Whereas I go by signs. I go by signs, and like Goddess Challenge 3, those were a lot of earth signs. They're balanced. Mm-hmm. They're going to do the work. They're going to grind. They're going to give you everything. This was a lot of fire signs and a lot of air signs and water. And they're just kind of emotional characters.
Right.
They get into their feelings. I got people that were divorced. I had widowers. I had people who had lost jobs, different things. So either they're going to do it or they're going to get left behind really fast. And it was easier to tell who was zoned in. And with the top 8, the problem was that a couple of those ladies, they just kinged in too late. They started losing weight.
They stepped on the gas pedal a little too late.
And it was too late. And you got people like Maria, Tasha, Norma, Nancy, who just were in there from the beginning. Like Tanisha, who was zoned in from day 1 all the way to week 13. And those are the ones that you can kind of see the changes right away.
So Maria, what was your most challenging aspect of the challenge?
It was all challenging, but life-changing. I would say that the most challenging part was staying out of my own head.
Downing yourself?
Yes. But I had the right support. So I pushed till the end, and
Yeah, you look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because I get to see the before and the afters, and then Nisha posts the transitions through the phases, and then the end, the before and afters, the collages, and you're just like, wow. These people literally helped their clients change their lives.
Yeah. And Maria can tell you, Maria is one of those people who, she got a lot of stuff going on. She's got little kids.
How many kids you have?
I have two, 8-year-old and a 3-year-old.
And you work full time?
I work full time, and my son is currently in football.
And that right there is like, you're talking, she started back in August.
Yes.
When football starts in August, it's every day. It's 6 to 8 every single day. You're got to be out there, and it's hot.
Yep.
I mean, you got the jamborees where you're out there with all these teams that have to be certified. So you got to bring your food with you. You have to prepare. If you don't prepare.
I was prepared. I ate in the car because, they don't let you bring food inside. So I left it in the car. I would go in the car. Being consistent with your meals and trying to, maintain a home life is hard. But when you want it, you want it.
Yeah. So would you eat your food hot after it's been sitting in the car for a couple hours?
I would go to the game right when it started. So if it was an away game, I would do what I had to do.
I know, because I had to I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get salmonella. But here we go.
Yeah.
I'm eating this.
Yep. That was
There's nothing like that tilapia, and it gets that little gel around it. You're like, there's no microwave anywhere. I literally, I've been in situations where I've had to stop at an Arco and warm up my food.
Yeah,
I've
they're
had
pretty
to eat
nice.
with a pin before because I forgot my spoon.
Yep.
When you get into that zone,
You're
like, and you start seeing your body change, that little line that comes, or your little abs get a little bit harder. Whatever those little things are that inspire you, you have to find them.
Yeah.
You just get you get zoned in.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I get mini Arcos and 7-Elevens. Can I use your microwave?
Yes.
And they're pretty nice. They're usually really nice.
I'll buy water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the Goddess Challenge, as we get to the end, there's a lot of people that clue in to help. We always use our local people to do everything. So we've got makeup artists that come in that do their makeup at the end. We usually use the same people. The makeup artists that come in, we always use Sinai and Jasmine Elder. We use Caleb Breaker this time. Alex Navarrete is our photographer. He's awesome. He has a regular job, but he also does photography on the side.
Yeah, he came and did our pictures.
Yeah, he came and did you guys' pictures. He's fun. He's got a good kind of calming attitude. He doesn't get too crazy. And the people that kick in for the gifts at the end, they have a lot of gifts at the end.
Oh, really?
Mark and Nicole always come through with the Max Muscle.
Mark is the man.
Yeah, he's the ambassador of Stockton.
Yeah.
He literally, he gives stuff to UOP, he gives stuff to the local gyms, he gives stuff to the kids, everything, and he has no problem with our clients coming there and just, they get his products, they get going, they've got knowledgeable people in there. He also now owns Nectar. So we were able to get Nectar to kick in and help. As soon as the ladies get done at boot camp or training, they usually go right over to Nectar and they get something there. They also go to
a prescribed drink.
They have a drink that they only drink these things.
Not that.
Yes.
Not what you want.
Take out the banana, take out the peanut butter, like all these
tastes like
tricks.
hay, but if it's good for me, I'm in
right. Maria owns Inspire. They go over to Inspire. They get treats. Chrissy owns Unwound Massage. So Unwound Massage kicked in with some things.
Wow.
7-Eleven kicked in with some stuff.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, they gave us a gift card.
Cool.
We had a ton of stuff from everybody. Planet Beach kicked in. Planet Beach has like a slim capsule, way hotter than any of the gyms, where you can sit in there for like 30 minutes and you burn like crazy 500, 600 calories.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they kicked in with, you can do...
Never even heard of that thing.
Yeah. Mr. loves it. He sits in it all the time. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so they kicked in. We just got a bunch of people gave gift certificates and little treats, and Hobby Lobby gave us a bunch of stuff for the ladies as well. So, yeah, it's turning into...
Now that the contest is over, this is the question that begs to be asked and answered. Did you cheat on your meals?
Yeah. As soon as the Goddess Challenge was over, yes, I went to go eat, of course.
No. Did you cheat during the Goddess Challenge?
No.
No?
Nope. If I wasn't allowed a cheat meal, it wasn't happening.
Right. Right.
So did you have cheat meals during the Goddess Challenge?
Yes, I had a cheat
You have to earn them.
You have to earn them. You have to do your
Okay.
homework,
You have to
meet
earn
your
them.
goals.
Those cheat meals are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cheat meals are amazing.
They're like-
And what we do is they have a weight, a waist, or an in-body body fat goal. So they have 3 different ways to hit their goal. They only have to hit one to progress. I
Okay.
give them a weight, a waist, or a body fat goal.
Because sometimes you might lose waist size, but not
Yes.
lose weight,
Right.
Because you're packing on some muscle.
Right.
It kind of like people are like I don't.
Or
And that's the
body fat.
biggest thing I hear people say. I'm doing all this stuff and I'm not losing any weight. But do your pants fit better?
Right. Exactly.
Well, yeah. I'm like,
Right.
okay. Well,
The
that's
body
just-
fat maybe down. We have a lot of ladies. Loopy was one of those people that her weight did not drop. Her weight would not drop, but her inches dropped crazy. Jennifer de Guzman lost 10 inches in her waist,
Wow.
but her weight did not drop a lot. We had a ton of people who lost
And how do you
body
get
fat.
people to understand that?
They don't. They look at the scale. They get so mad about the scale, and the scale will mind screw you.
It
big
does.
time, because it moves every single day based on your water, based on what you ate last night, based on some sodium, based on some sugar. Like, it just goes up and down. You get out of bed and you're 145. You walk to the refrigerator and you're 148. you eat a sandwich and you're 150. You fall
you have a
asleep.
pickle and all
Yes.
of a sudden you're like,
And you're
I'm
like,
250
yeah.
already. Like,
And
how'd
they
that
come in
happen?
the gym and they're swearing, I swear I was 142 this morning. I'm like, as long as I can see some changes, what I need you to do is I need you to get a tight shirt. Get the tightest shirt that you can find in your closet. Put that shirt on every week. Every time you feel like the scale's not moving, put that shirt on. Is that shirt fitting different? Or a pair of shorts.
Right. That
Or
makes sense.
something so that we're not looking at the scale. I look at the scale when it comes to you guys who compete because I want to make sure that the diet is doing what it's supposed to be. Because at some point, it should be moving a little bit. It should be doing something.
Yeah, from 208 to like 175.
Right, right. I'm looking at, and then I start looking at, especially if you're not a bodybuilder where you have to make a weight, like Mr. I start looking at, how you look. Because at the end of the day,
You're being
Maria can
judged
come
on
in
how
and
you
say
look.
she wants to lose 20 pounds, and then she lose 20 pounds in her boobs. And she's going to be mad at me because she lost 20 pounds, and she's still fat here.
Right.
Or her butt's gone, and you said you wanted to lose 20 pounds.
So what's the best part for you? I mean, other than losing the weight, the journey. What was the best part of the journey for you?
Finding myself through the whole journey. So I would say before I was more put everybody first.
Okay.
So during this process, I learned how to put myself first.
So you learned how to be selfish.
I learned how to be selfish, very selfish.
Sometimes, yeah.
My husband took over a lot of the mom things.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, and for me, it was learning to love myself first and making myself happier, and that was through finding myself through fitness, doing things that I couldn't do before. Like in March, before I started with Nisha and Mr., I went on a hike to Mission Peak. This is exactly why I started. It was hard. It was really hard. And so from there, my husband said, look, if you really want this, I'll give you my 4 a.m. slot. Go, but you have to train with Nisha and Mr. He's been pushing me, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready. So finally, I contacted Nisha. She said, come try the boot camp. I went to the boot camp. It was so hard, but it was like I was sweating. And I always told Nisha. Nisha says, do you sweat? And I said, no, I don't sweat. She goes, okay.
You will. Mr. said something about boot camp. I'm like, heck no, I ain't doing boot camp with those girls.
Yeah.
I did TRX with those girls. I'm like, man, I don't know.
The girls in the boot camp are psycho.
Oh,
They will.
man.
I mean, I just was telling them last night.
They start
will
out
do
slow,
anything,
though.
Yes.
They start out slow, and then it's like, oh, girl, you ain't going to do that to me. Oh, I got you. Like,
Yes, they do. They
I'm going to throw
fuss
that
at me.
medicine ball one more time.
Yeah.
Too. Like,
Yes.
It's like,
Yes. I was just talking to them last night because I'm so proud of them just because they will do anything. I came back from a fitness expo. Mr. competed this weekend.
Oh,
And-
they're cussing her out.
Yeah.
They are.
We had a fitness expo and they had a boot camp there and they had all these different ideas. I had them doing freaking football drills last night. Hit! Like left, right, hit.
But that makes it interesting. You're not doing the same workout every day.
Yes. It's
you never
different
know what
every-
you're going to get in
yeah,
boot camp,
it's
but it's
different
always
every
a
day.
good workout.
Yeah, yeah, and they love it, and they're friends. They're at the end, they're taking pictures, they're dripping in sweat, and they're like taking pictures of each other. I mean, they're over at Nectar Eating, they're over at Inspire. I love to see the camaraderie that they've built.
Yeah, because
And-
in the beginning, nobody knows each other.
They come in, they're nervous.
Yeah.
I make them know the person's name next to them. Like, whoever you're working next to, you better know her name, because we're doing burpees at the end.
Yeah. Or you're doing 100 burpees.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
Everybody's
You
really...
did do that to somebody,
yes,
huh?
I did.
I heard about that story.
You need to know the person's name next to you,
Yeah.
because these are the women that you see on a daily basis. And if you don't have anything else in common, we are queens. We need to fix each other's crowns. And sometimes you don't know what a woman is going through.
Right.
I focus on the 4 agreements. Don't take things personal, and don't make assumptions, because you don't know who got cussed out this morning by their boss.
Right.
You don't know whose kids are having issues.
Hey,
You don't-
Tammy.
You don't know, what's going on with people. So if they walk in and they don't necessarily speak to you, speak to her anyway. Hey, girl, come on, let's go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
'cause
all it needs.
It's funny when they first start, because I'll be in their training sometime. It's like everybody's standoffish, and then they're their biggest cheerleader for the girl
Yes.
next to them.
Yes.
It's cool to see the transition.
Yeah, yeah.
I
love
the
it.
camaraderie, how
Yeah.
it builds.
I break them down sometimes, and
Yeah.
like who has?
Oh, she'll
the
make
kid-
a girl
Yeah.
cry. I've seen her make a dude cry.
Yeah.
One time. I
She
won't
loves you,
mention his
though.
name.
She loves you, though.
I love you. I'm your friend. I'm your friend after boot camp is over. I love all these ladies, and I love that they go to bat for me. Things aren't always the best, because there's a lot of trainers in Stockton. You can pick everybody, and we can support each other, or we can talk about each other. And I love that these ladies are like, I focus on fitness with Nisha.
Yeah.
And that's what all I care about. And they come there to work,
But
and I
on
love
the
that they.
flip side of the coin, you're not always having a good day either.
Man. Especially if I'm competing. If I'm in competing mode, they know already. They're like, oh my gosh, she's like 6 weeks out. She's going to kill us. Or they know, they're talking just like little kindergartners sometimes, and I'm trying to explain something. Okay, if you don't know what to do when we start, you already know what's going to happen. And so they'll,
Like that whip,
Yeah. We try to do
Get the
different
ruler.
things in the boot camp where I want them to also know that this workout is not going to save them if they're eating bad. So when I do little quizzes sometimes.
You cannot out-train your mouth.
That's right.
You
can't
cannot
out-train
out-train your mouth. People like,
you need to know how
"How'd
much
you do
sugar
it?"
is in certain foods.
How many hours did you train? I'm like, 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. They're like, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, it was all diet.
Yes.
I prep my food.
Yes.
Yep.
You have to. You know
Thank-
that. It's like so, and it's the right foods.
Yep.
It's the right foods. A banana a day will kill you. There's so much sugar in a banana. Oranges are for children, really. At the end of the day, there's too much sugar in them.
Wow.
I like to teach them those things at the end. And those things are based on little contests that we have there. Do you know the answer to this? I'll put little quizzes on the board and say, fill this out before, or, you need
So
to know the
let's
answers to
touch
these
on that a
questions.
little bit. If the recommended daily allowance is to have a couple pieces of fruit a day, how does somebody hit that?
There's healthier fruits. The fruits, I stress berries.
Berries?
And like green apples and stuff like that. It really is based on each person, because you don't know, they could have some diabetes.
You had me on blueberries.
Yes.
Which a cup of blueberries is only like 18 calories.
Yes.
I'm like,
I'm in there with something else. There's always like it with like a shake or something. And the thing is,
I
that
eat them frozen.
The
They're like-
diet is not
it's-
different. People come in and they're like, I don't want to eat that same food that such and such had me eating. Well, that's the food that we're going to eat. That's what's on the meal plan. Now we can do I can teach you some seasoning, some tricks, and some stuff. But at the end of the day, fish gets you lean. At the end of the day, chicken is good for you. At the end of the if we go vegetarian, we can go other different ways as well. But it's in the food.
Yeah. And what was your preference?
I like tilapia. A lot of people don't like tilapia. Tilapia for
She's
me.
on her own, ladies and gentlemen. We
I
have.
know. Mister tells me all the time too. I don't know why you like that.
Yes.
It's really good to me, and
Yeah.
my body liked it. The changes
Yeah.
that I wanted.
The thing with tilapia is you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because you
Yes.
could get tilapia you're like, oh, that is so good.
Yes.
And then you get the one that tastes like mud.
Yes.
It's like, what is
Yes.
this?
You have to, and Maria knows how to cook it too.
Yeah.
Maria cooks it to a crispy,
Has to be.
like beef jerky.
Yeah. She's right. That's exactly how you have to cook it. And then you put lemon. I mean, there's so many things. You just have to do what works for you. What's going to get you to eat it.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, that was it.
Yeah, and I'm like with tilapia, I'm like a bite and water, and a bite and water. Like I can't. Really.
I'd rather just put it in a blender and just chug it.
I never thought of that one.
But then you don't get the satisfaction of chewing. You know,
yeah. It's always.
At some point, I was like, Nisha, can I just eat food instead of having a shake? She's like, I prefer that. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. I always prefer that, but the shakes usually are for people who, like you,
on the go.
Are on the go. Mm-hmm. They need to just get it down real quick. I have to start with shakes because I don't like a whole bunch of food, so I have to start eating the shakes. And every trainer I've ever had, nutrition coach, has always said, okay, now we got to switch off the shakes. You got to go to the food because food is way healthier. It sticks longer.
Yeah, it keeps you happier.
Full, a little bit longer, and people don't understand that just fat makes you happy.
It does.
So fat makes you happy.
You are not
more
kidding.
that you take. So the goddesses are happy at the beginning. They're like, la la la. Oh my God, we're gonna lose all this weight. And then like 6 weeks in, they're just the bra furries a little bit. They're not as happy on the cardio on the treadmill anymore.
I remember because you had me on like hardly any fat in the beginning, and then you doing some almonds. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like so
like candy.
Like. I was telling Mister, I'm like, dude, I feel like crying, bro. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. He's like, I'm like, dude, I'm serious, man. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He's like,
when you're dialed in.
He's like, you're doing it right. I'm like, he put his hand on my shoulder. He's like, dude, you're doing it right. It tells me that you're sticking to your plan. Just hang in there a couple more weeks. You're good.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I'm normal. I'm not losing my mind here.
Yeah. And the balance is that competition meal plans are way different than what they're doing. A lot of times we're going for a look, we're diving, and we have limited time.
Yeah, we're
With
diving
these ladies,
deep.
I'm really trying to teach them what happens at the end after the Goddess Challenge is over. I give them either I talk to them each. Do you still want to keep losing weight? Do you want to do a maintenance plan? You trying to build muscle with Maria? We're actually I just want to bulk her up just a little bit in some areas and still keep her losing weight.
Bulk her meaning?
I just want to
muscle.
Just a little bit.
Little,
I give her so she's got little skinny arms and I like her look right now. But
how do you like your look?
I like the athletic.
I like it. I like it a lot. I haven't seen it in a while. Everybody always says that. Do you have a sister? I'm like, no, she's gone. She's not coming back.
That's what my son said. My little son's like, she looks like.
Did people ask you if you were sick?
The same people.
Some people say I was too skinny, and
don't listen to those people.
I just say I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's about what I wanted to do, and I think Nisha, for me, she helped me make a lot of the changes that I wanted to make. She made me a lot happier with myself. So
people were asking my wife, like, "Is your husband sick?"
Yeah,
because just look so thin, and then people are like, "You're too thin." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm shredded."
Yeah,
I know. It's like it doesn't look good to people, and especially when you're in regular clothes too. Mm-hmm. You do a thing with your clothes where you make yourself look still really good. I had to go to wearing like leggings and like big shirts where I would belt them because as you're getting ready to get on the stage too, especially you're leaning out so that other people you look sick to other people.
Oh, man.
And they're so hurtful with their words. They're like, you look sick. Like,
know,
are you okay? And as you start getting bigger, they're like, oh, you look so much better.
Yeah, it's like you can hear the concern in their voice, but you're just like, man, you should be more. They don't know how to be more supportive because they're on the outside of the realm. And,
I'm off season right now, and people are so nice in the gym. They're like, your face looks so much more healthy. You look so happy. And I'm like, because I have weight on now. I want to say I look fat, but if there was a fine line for someone else, this is a great look. For me, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of thick. So you have to.
You're more self-conscious about yourself than other people are. People are like, oh, you look good. You're like, I could stand to lose probably a couple.
But bodybuilding is there's a very fine line. I have children, and they're all boys, and so that shredded for the stage look is not comfortable for me to walk around with my children with. For me to be like at their basketball game, and I've got a jacket on, I'm trying to zip it up so that people are not like, damn.
Yeah, right.
So this summer I didn't compete at all. And I was able to really be comfortable like in a t-shirt or tank top at the gym. And people are like, are you okay? Are you like, but you also look very husky to people because I have muscle underneath this regular body now, eating regular food. So for a person like Maria, it's a very curvy. I love the way that she looks. I love that her body is just, she's right where she wants to be.
I look at the picture of me in and out after getting on stage. you're like, go get a hamburger and it's fries or whatever you want. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah. It's the best time ever.
My wife took a picture of me. I'm just like, gosh, dang. I look like, I was like sick.
Yeah.
Like my face was so thin. I was like, oh,
that last
man.
week is hell.
They don't call it Hell Week for nothing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, even Maria and those, when Tanisha, Maria, the top 5 girls came in that last week, I was like, oh, you guys look hungry. Maria came in and she was just
hungry
like,
was an understatement.
I literally I called her after she left. She did a check-in. I called her and I said, I need you to go to Subway and I need you to get I think a turkey wrap and some baked chips and something to drink and just enjoy it, because she kept slamming her goals. I mean, she really, like, I would be like, okay, this is the weight, this is the waist, this is the body fat. She kept hitting them all 3 of them.
Oh, grand slam.
And that was a lot for her body. She is very competitive, so she took her body to the max. Tanisha did the same thing. She kept hitting all 3 goals. But your body does not like that. That's a fight or flight.
I tell people when they talk to me about it, like, your willpower is like a battery. You have to recharge it once in a while.
Yes.
Like, how do you do it? Like, every Saturday at lunch, I had a double cheeseburger from Manny's.
That's right.
Some dipping sauce and a diet soda.
Yep.
Makes you want to go back.
And some French fries. And at first, I wasn't eating the French fries, and Mr. was like, he's like, you need to eat those fries. I'm like, you don't have to tell me twice. I was like, I'm
you start
in
losing
there.
weight, though, you don't want it. You're like, no, should I be eating all that stuff? But it gives you the fuel for the next. Now, with you, what you're doing, it really gives you fuel to get back in the gym.
It was crazy because I would eat that, and then, which was probably 1,600 calories, which is about my daily consumption on a normal day.
Right.
I would just kill that. My body would process it.
And then you're hungry
assimilate
in like 2
it.
or
I was
3
like
hours.
hungry 2 hours later. I'm like, I just ate a double cheeseburger, fries.
And your body's like, hey, send the food down. Yes. You have to be different with, because I don't like them to drink alcohol.
Yeah,
I try to keep them from eating sugar because they'll get those cravings. And sometimes they can't go back. Now they're all messed up. They're all jacked up.
Did you have any kind of sweets during your...
No, I cut everything out. Everything was the no-go for me. If I can't eat it, so we're not going to the grocery store to get it. That was the thing. Nobody's getting it if I can't have it.
Yeah.
Right?
Her family was like all in.
Yeah.
And those are the women that really do the best
right.
in the Goddess Challenge. The ones that you see, they're at the top, are the ones who have sit down with their family and said, look, I want to do this challenge. I need you guys to support me. I need you to help me. The ones that are doing the homework with their children and their spouses and stuff at home. These girls in particular, they all at the end had people pulling for them. Every single top 5 person had somebody in their corner that was like, you can do this, that helped them at home. Natasha had her daughter, Maya. Nancy and Norma were like a team.
Natasha,
and
Maya's
they just,
I know
they're the mother-daughter, they kick butt in the gym.
Man.
They just go balls to the, I mean, I can't say that. They just go hard in the
Say
gym.
balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Because you have medicine balls, right?
Yes, medicine balls to the wall. Nancy
PG.
and Norma, awesome team. They're also Jennifer Brand's friend. They have a softball team, and they just plugged along. Tanisha had multiple support. Tanisha came from a family of people that are just big people. She told us at the beginning, I can't really get them
She
to.
looked amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get them, but her husband would come and sit and watch, like when Mr. trained her, and like be very supportive of her, of everything that she did. And Maria's husband, I mean, he's already like husky. He's already ready to go. He's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We're gonna win.
Yeah.
He came down to like the Goddess Challenge that day, like he knew that she was gonna win. Like he had a big bouquet of flowers. He had some jewelry for her. I mean, it was a really nice day. Their last day too. They made it very special. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Lupita's like, my hat's off to you. It's a full-time job. It's really a part-time job. You just have to schedule it in there.
Yes. Because that's it. Because at the end of the day, the Goddess Challenge is based off of me. And when I was doing it, I was married at the time. I had 5 children living in the house. I was a director at the Junior Rams. I also had a basketball program going on. I had a lot of responsibilities. I worked too. I put a fork in my husband's hand when he walked in the door. I made sure there was food for everyone. I got everybody to everywhere that they had to be. So there's no excuses. I have all these kids plus all those cheerleaders out there who are waiting to answer me, plus all these responsibilities, and we have to be everywhere. And I'm still going to win this contest, and I was still competing. And I was going to Lawrence Dravon School of Law. I was literally in school from 6 to 10 every night. So you and your little, I got a 2-year-old at home, and I got a full-time job, and I don't have no time. That does not sit well. I'm like, okay, either you want to do it or you don't want to do it.
Right.
Or, do it, or let some other person who can do it. Because I'm really bad with excuses because of all the stuff that I have been able to do on the same 8 hours as you.
Right.
The same 10, 12 hours as you.
So, Maria, what would you tell the people out in Facebook world?
If you want it that bad, you can go get it. It's all about how bad do you want it, and are you willing to put in the work?
That's right.
Even with children, with a full-time job, if you want it, you could do it.
So what do you think the number one key to your success was? Obviously having support at home, but what was the key to, you think?
Being self-driven. Wanting to know that I have a goal and know that I want to reach it. And if I didn't do what I had to do, if I didn't follow my meal plan, if I didn't follow my cardio protocol, I wasn't going to get there.
So let's talk about meal plan. Do you think that was the pinnacle, the key right there? Do you think that was having your food prepped and ready to go?
Yes. You have to have your food prepped. If you're not prepped, you're just going to go anywhere. You're going to eat anything. When you get hungry, you're hungry. You don't want to wait.
Right.
So if your food's in the fridge and you're ready to go, especially if you have such a busy schedule, you just grab and go.
Grab the food and go.
And she held herself very accountable. You would see her every single morning at 4:09, 4:07, 4:05 check in with her cardio at In Shape. She would see her on Sunday evening. You could count on Maria posting her meals for the week that she had ready to go she posted her little turmeric drink on Instagram story.
Okay.
Every single day she posted what her first breakfast was, on Sunday her meal plan.
So what was your first breakfast?
Different.
It changed a lot.
Egg whites.
Yum. Egg whites sometimes. Shake sometimes. Sometimes. I try to mix it up just because I want them to have lifestyle balance as well and not get tired of eating the same thing all the time. Mm-hmm. And when they leave the Goddess Challenge, if something should happen to me, do you know what to do?
Right.
If you're not with Nisha and Mister, do you know how to go to the gym and
You're teaching people
exercise?
life skills.
Yes.
Is what you're doing.
Yes.
You're giving them, I equated to, in the 7th grade, I took typing, and that life skill has carried me through my whole life.
I totally agree. Mm-hmm.
Typing has saved me so many hours of time.
And it was such a pain to do it.
Oh,
I've never
I hated Mrs.
Riding
Button.
a bike, all that kind of
Mrs.
stuff.
Button was a pain. I hated her.
Yep.
How many times was I going to hit the L button?
Yes.
100. Yeah. You're going to hit it until you know where it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
no matter what, whether you are Maria and you're first, or whether you're the 12th or the 14th, they leave with their meal plans. They leave with their cardio protocol, with their homework, because they get individualized homework based on their body types. They have a pamphlet that they have paid for, and a book that they know what to do. Go back. If you didn't do good on the Goddess Challenge, start week 1. Go all the way back to the beginning. Go back to the detox. Start all over. Do the 12 weeks yourself.
So the next question is, when's the next Goddess Challenge? That's what we want to know.
So we were saying that we were not going to do one in January like we normally do and skip to March. But I've just had so many people hitting us up saying, please, we need it. We need it in January. We need to.
Well, after Christmas,
yeah.
I mean, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know.
Mister was like, are you getting ready for a show? I'm like, hell no. I'm going to, no. Like, I'm not going to kill Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Yeah.
And
that's the only way I can keep women engaged in the boot camp is to say, okay, you're not going to fit in your holiday dresses because people stop. After summer's over, they stop. We get a little bit emptier. And, around October, November, there's not that much excitement and it's winter time. I want to put my winter coat on and just hide.
Yeah.
Like, no, but on New Year's you want to look cute in your dress.
Yeah.
So
summer bodies are made in the winter.
That's right. That's right. So next Goddess Challenge will be it will start first week of January.
Okay.
We'll start taking
How do people find you if they would like to jump in? You might have to have you might have 100 applications.
Yeah, strong mind, strong body. We have a Facebook, we have an Instagram. Mister's on Instagram and Facebook as well. Nisha Ward is on Facebook, Instagram. Mister is on Facebook as Master Taylor because his real name is Mister, and Facebook will not allow him to have a professional name, so he can't have his own name.
Oh, wow.
Mister. So that is the story behind he has to be Master Taylor.
So he could be he could have Master.
He could be Master, but he can't be Mister.
Mr. Taylor, that's crazy.
So he's on Facebook as Master Taylor.
Okay.
And then you can find me Nisha.
So it's not ego.
So it's not an ego. And that's how we know who knows him.
Right.
Like if you know him, then you call him Mister.
Yeah.
If you know him from Facebook, then you call him Master.
Right.
And that's usually the name that people cannot get over. They'll keep calling him Master. I'm like, his name is not Master. His name is Mister. So they can find us any of those outlets. We will be taking applications starting November 15th. But the Goddess Challenge will not start until January. We'll have selected.
So how do you want people to go about getting the applications?
All I want them to do is inbox me and say, can you send me an application? Send me your email address, and I'll send it right to you. Okay, and I'll send you all the information, the cost, how long the weeks is, what the important dates are, because it has to be what I told the women in all of the challenges. You cannot be gone on vacation for more than a week. It's not fair to anybody else for you to be gone for more than a week. You have to you pay in we break it down into 3 equal payments as well. It's over the 12 weeks. We give you an orientation. We give you full disclosure as to what's going to happen. It's not a secret. If you are a client of ours, you get the Goddess Challenge. That's what the crazy part is. You get the Goddess Challenge without the people to compete against. Yeah. We give you a cardio plan. We give you a meal plan. We give you boot camp is included in the training. We give you a training session. We give you everything except for prizes and photo shoots and flowers and everything at the end if you are one-on-one clients. And that's what the Goddess Challenge is based on. But we have goals that you have to meet on a timed basis. So.
I love it. So thank you, Maria. Thank you, Nisha, for showing up today.
Thank you so much, Lance. We appreciate you. This is our
thank you everybody for tuning in.
Of Stockton.
Appreciate everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube and the internet world. And so remember, yes, you can with Lance McCann. Have a great day, everybody.